Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to the Gundam Roundtable, where we are going through the oldest, the best out there, the granddaddy of all mecha anime, Mobile Suit Gundam, one episode at a time, and we are on episode 30 today. Well, I say we, but it's not just me here. But before I introduce him real quick, I would just want to say for anyone who sees this, it's now January 4th. So Happy New Year. This is our first stream of the year for the show on the channel, actually. And I'm looking this year to I'm looking to build some things up more this year and put out some more, entertain, and keep building the channel. But I'm not going to sit here and just jibber jabber to myself because no. We got to bring we got to bring someone on.
Dangers. Oh shit! Hey.
You knew you were coming in.
God, look. There's shit happening on my side. Okay.
Hey,
I guess it's right.
You got to watch some Gundam. It's always a good mood.
Okay. Let's just go with this. Anyway, this was a good one. I mean, not a lot of Gundam action, but I gotta admit, it was a good one.
Oh, but there was so much fun out of this one. By the way, what did you think about that new clip? You didn't get to see that yet. Oh, and I have the wrong background. Let me fix that on my end. There we go. Yeah. By the way, what did you think of this?
That was from Zoidberg, wasn't it?
Yes. It's like
good one.
It's a red crab-like little robot. Of course, it's Zoidberg. I've got to put that together.
Yeah, good one.
And I mean, come on, I gotta get more than just like Amuro getting slapped, even though he deserves it. So yeah, let's get into this, shall we? I know you've been working out hard. You've been kind of getting fit, getting buff. You might be ready.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it
by in a few months here.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in shape. I mean, you got to keep it. You got to try to survive. I mean, you want to live long enough to be as fast as a Red Baron?
Oh yeah,
Red Comet, actually, Red Comet.
Well, like I said, you're gonna get in fighting shape, and you're gonna be the fighter for Mobile Fighter G Gundam. So I hope you like the latex suit. This is gonna get weird.
Yeah, I've been seeing that, and I gotta say that makes a lot more sense for me. Those versions of Gundam made a lot more sense, specifically in combat.
Oh yeah, it's like it's so crazy. It's Mobile Fighter G Gundam is from that period where 90s anime was all about martial arts series. So it's like, of course we got to have our own we got to have a whole martial arts tournament with big robots.
Seriously, Gundam was going out of creative ways, but they kept it going.
Well, after that, we also then wound up getting Gundam Wing, which holy shit did that one work well? Because no Gundam Wing, we wouldn't have gotten Gundam in the US. It wouldn't have really taken off around the world like the series has. I mean, weren't you saying that there was like the Zex Marquise helmet you were finding in a shop there?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is a fun one in itself, and I think that one I could see bringing on some more people to talk about.
Oh crap! I forgot to buy that. I was gonna buy it for Christmas. I forgot. Damn it!
Oh, you gotta get the full on like the red suit and sitting all.
It was a promotion for Christmas. I forgot to buy it. God damn it!
Well, maybe next Christmas. Or
who knows?
Well,
let's get things started. Gundam fight all set. Ready? Go!
All right.
So, let me get myself set up here real quick. Yeah, so we are getting into episode 30, Wish of War Orphans, which, as I was saying on a few streams, or as I was saying on Twitter, it's an episode about the orphans. Everyone's favorite characters.
Yes, for the first time, they were actually kind of useful.
Yeah, that's actually kind of surprising. Yeah, they've always kind of been around in the background as a trio that have always just sort of been here, and you're just like, yeah, I get it, okay, but do we really have to have them? Wait, what episode?
Yeah,
This button.
I'm
Oh, nope,
many episodes
nope.
constantly ask myself, why don't they just leave these kids behind?
Well, obviously the answer is because they're the bomb disposal units.
Well, technically, it was Amuro that disposed of the bomb, but you know what? That's just schematics.
Mm-hmm. So let me set myself up, and we can go ahead and start get into this a bit. So we're going through this, go through the episode, and kind of talking a little bit as we go. So I mean, the episode kind of starts out pretty basic. It's we're getting some kind of leftover recap from the previous episode with the big old battle of Jaburo, which, by the way, how did you think? How did you like that? By the way, the previous episode.
Well,
We got.
yeah, I got nothing. I want to give it a good description, but it kind of felt bland for me. Kind of bland for me.
I mean, I mean, one, we got Sharback finally actually doing something.
Yeah, but
There.
Look, I know I'm asking for too much, but I still think he could do more. Just saying.
Well, hopefully this episode he does more for you.
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah, so like I said, we get more of the same, more of the bombings, more of the actual action, which you want to see.
Pretty much guerrilla warfare and strategizing.
As they're like, clearing out just massive sections of the
jungle.
No, not Argentina, in the Brazilian jungle.
I gotta say, I enjoyed the opening with the gunfire and also enjoying these parts of the explosions. I just gotta see how the Federation guys really are very relaxed for people in war.
Well, at the same time, they're just kind of it seems like they're just kind of generally speaking, used to little fights here or there, so it's kind of desensitized to it all. But I mean, yeah, at the same time, you're right. This is kind of the biggest battle you're going to be seeing, and well, these guys don't exactly see it coming because they get squished like a pancake.
Yep.
That was a little act guy. He's one of the little boop the snoot or something on the little mech. Like they should be little teddy bears.
Yeah, I think they could. I mean, seriously, these ones are. I mean, they're tiny. The top is kind of brownish. Just put a couple of years there, and it's a teddy bear for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I think some of the kind of other series wound up doing that, but where I can send you some pictures later for like some of the build fighter stuff. They actually do make little like teddy bear Gundam mobile suits. Oh, and because I had to get a picture of the snake. They had to. Like they just put this random little like snake, and there's like
random little cartoony snake, and I gotta admit, I like these goofy moments.
Where you forget that sometimes they can have a little humor in there, so you get it's like totally takes you off. You're like, what? Meanwhile, the little act guy is just striking a mad pose in the background.
Yeah,
but I mean, ultimately, this is all just sort of the leftovers hanging around that haven't been done away with.
Yeah, but they have a base nearby that should. This feels pretty easy for them to do.
But I mean, you can't really relax too much because Char Aznavour and the Funky Fresh Gang are ready to go jumping in and get up to no good.
Yep.
As they're starting cause trouble in the neighborhood. Then you get in one little fight.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we go where the gang's gonna get So they get their own military positions and pretty much jobs. And I gotta admit,
Yeah.
can't believe Kai made it to corporal. I thought it was probably gonna be what do you call the janitor?
Finn.
Come on, you were thinking it. We were all thinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of a little military procedure where they all get ranks and they're officially added into the Federation as like ranked officers, so that no longer are they just civilians. It's kind of the ending of that chapter of his life for Amuro.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's kind of a surreal, like everything they've gone here, and it's just all just okay. Here's your rank, and the part that, and of course, the orphans got to make their appearance.
Yep, to show just why they shouldn't be there.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, it goes back and forth where we want to be even seeing why they should, but that's later. And Frau, she's kind of she got assigned a position, which doesn't really surprise me. But you're not really expecting to see like
her
was
growth.
Effectively the ship mother.
Yeah, her job is to take care of the kids
and also communications. She's basically
if the kids are not
Uhura.
around. Yeah. I mean, that Uhura was a lot hotter, though.
But the other part about this that gets brought up is the discussion of leaving the orphans, with the orphanage. But the kids don't want to think about it. It's like this. No, this is effectively. It's like these are all their friends they've been hanging out with. As far as the kids are thinking. Where you don't really, it comes up later, but it's kind of the first time you really stop and realize that, ooh, what happened to their parents? It's like the first time the kids even realize it. Here we are, like 3/4 of the way through the series, and ain't got no mommy.
Still though, seriously, we're kind of being monsters here. We're laughing at kids who've lost parents. That's just
that's the writing of the show. They barely even bring it up, and they leave it on you to realize some of that.
Yes, my theories are either victims or captured, but who knows?
And kind of we shove the orphans to the back to be forgotten about for right now with the episode, as we go back to Amuro, our main protagonist. He's here to we kind of come back and he's kind of brought back with the mention of Ryu, who's
and how old he's going to get as a promotion, despite the fact that he can't even they pardon that because he's dead. Doesn't matter, promotion. At least honor the guy by giving him a tomb or something.
Yeah, it's like that's all. It's like Ryu died for them all, and Amuro. It's unfortunate because Amuro still doesn't quite realize it. It doesn't really quite get it. Where it's not that they want to be. It's not that they're indifferent. It's just a matter of this is war.
You got to go on. A lot of guys are dying out there,
and you're do I have his name here? The officer is. Yeah, the officer doesn't have a name. The officer is in a position where he's going to have to be probably giving orders like this more often, where every time he gives that order, those soldiers may never come back.
Nope.
So
pretty much about 80%. Pretty much 80% of the men you sent out there are pretty much going to die.
Well, especially when we see they're sending children out.
So the numbers are bigger.
Yep. And hey, the best part, of course, is Amuro mouths off, and Well,
Yeah,
Bright,
he survived slaps from Bright. Yeah, this mere mortal isn't gonna make it.
yeah, it's like Bright has to put the hand in the backhand in recharge, and so we got the other officer here. He's like, it's I rank here. I'm the senior officer. If this is my job, I'm gonna slap you. But Amuro doesn't recognize that, but don't worry, buddy. I got you. There we go.
uh,
Which
it's these little things that just know how to put a smile in the mouth.
and kind of it goes. We wind up cutting back to Amuro and Frau sitting and talking about kind of the orphans a bit. And
Amaro brings a lot of good points here about how you shouldn't have children with them because they shouldn't see the shit they see. I mean, most of them are already corrupted, but the kids are so kind of pure.
Yeah, and that I think that's kind of one of the great little moments, the great little bits about it is these kids effectively are that kind of that innocence, even though Kika is a little terror herself.
Yeah. But yeah, they have seen a lot of shit. I mean, death, fightings, gunshots. I'm actually surprised none of these kids get any. I'm surprised they haven't even shown a scene when one of these kids wakes up out of fear from those things.
Yeah,
It's something that scares a kid. And see how this show knows how to mark the effects of war on people, especially children. I was expecting that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll show you some of the other series on like Thunderbolt, which holy shit, yeah, that you are gonna have to like sit and really think after that one. That one is a bit of a soul draining, like 2-movie OVA to watch. But that's another series that is also coincidentally taking place at around the same time in the war.
Seriously?
Oh yeah, there's like I think 5 or 6 different series they've done that are all tied to the 1-year war, because this is in essence like the Clone Wars of Gundam. Where
Thank God that Disney never got its hands on it.
Yeah, there's been like multiple series, multiple like one-shots, multiple mini-series, all just about events of the 1-year war.
I mean, of course there has to be. I mean, this is the thing that started it off, right?
Mm-hmm. And this has always been the moment that the franchise goes back to, because this is that bread and butter. This is the war.
Yep.
Meanwhile, back with Char and the Funky Bunch, they're all kind of doing a little stomping around, and one of the things I do like is the act guys here at least look like they blend in. Like you could easily see you could get away with those blending in and not even being noticed, whereas Char is just big bright red suit. He wants to be seen.
Again, it's not a great move for stealth, I tell you.
Yeah, well, Char isn't exactly the stealth type. He wants you to know he's coming to kick you. He wants people to know he's come to laugh at them.
Oh, whatever.
And after a little short distance, they stop, and him and a bunch of his men here in their little ninja suits are going to pull off one of their old tricks again. They're going to plant bombs, because the plan this time is to try to deal with the GMs.
You're not saying it's not a good plan, but suits don't leave much for the imagination. I mean, come on, even some people admit that the suits of the old look. I'm not gonna lie, we all know who the Xeon are pretty much supposed to represent in these old wars specifically.
Yep.
So I think the clothing and suits would probably been a bit better, because this leaves nothing to the imagination.
Yeah, well, this is
looks like a black leotard.
Yeah, that's the point. This is how ninjas work. This is effectively like stealth ninja suits.
They're being led by a guy in a red suit. I'm pretty sure the logic can go off the window.
Now, it's like they're being led by Jehovah Witnesses. Like, all right, so we're all gonna go knock on the doors, and if they don't answer, then we're detonating bombs.
Weirdly accurate.
You get a bit of a whiplash here because you go from like Shar off to go like, in fact, like do his thing and like get ready to go clap all those GM cheeks.
It's a bunch of kids going down a slide. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I gotta admit, despite the fact that I hate the orphans, these moments kind of did make me feel where they showed how the other war kids are.
Yeah, I mean, the orphanage is kind of a great little moment here. I mean, for one thing, it's kind of, I think it's sort of that it really shows off that this is 70s animation. This was the way a lot of the kids in that were drawn. They were like a lot of the obvious round cheeks, the little
not a lot
smile.
of work on them.
And that was kind of the way. That was the way like robots would even be drawn there.
Yeah, I miss those ways. I don't lie, I miss it.
Which, of course, it's like, a juice spot that also serves ice cream.
Isn't that literally what every kid would have wanted?
Yeah, exactly. You would think that's what every kid wants, but yeah, we have the little Garma Jr. here, who's being a grump.
Yeah, and you kind of get it. Why? I mean, hell, the kid wants his parents.
Yeah.
You can't because of the war.
And it's like you feel bad because like these kids shouldn't be this negative. It's like you're just being happy because that's what the adults want. It's like that's actually kind of a pretty mature thought for this kid to have.
Yeah, I mean, this is a kid who probably lost both his parents and doesn't know it to the war.
Yeah, and well, especially considering this is an orphanage.
Again, these kids are expecting their parents to return in the place they are called the orphanage. A lot of them probably already figured it out.
But of course,
him
mentioning about wanting the little purple hair kid here mentioning his parents, and then that he started crying, which then got Kika to finally like stop and have those two little brain cells rub together. She's like, "Wait, mommy." And then the waterworks come, and you feel because it's like, well, first off, hey, it's been 30 episodes, and this is the first time you're finally thinking about your mother.
Yeah, this is. I'm not gonna lie. Most kids, if they're having fun, they will forget everything that is going on around them. Specifically, the kids of their age, if I'm counting the numbers correctly. So it does make a little bit of sense. But yeah, 30 episodes, pretty much. Technically, a span of 5 months, if I think so.
This all would have been probably around in universe about a month and a half.
Makes sense.
It's been a month, and she's finally. But I mean, there's been days and nights we probably haven't seen, but I think it's just finally whatever. This is that moment that broke her. This. I mean, it's sad.
Yep.
And of course they decide, well, no, we're not going here. We're not going to let the white base leave without us. We need to go catch it.
Seriously, these kids. God damn it. Seriously, this moment made me think it's like they want to get killed.
Like, come on. At the same time, tell me you don't want like a series about these orphans just like going around having mishaps and somehow like stopping the entire war.
That would be weird. And I mean, their luck is probably not that great. I mean, they literally passed through a Zaku hidden under the ground.
Yeah, actually, they run right over the top of the helmet of one of the ACT guys, and they don't even realize it as they like walk across the eye.
Yeah, that activated. And I can see the Federation's finally actually starting to make some new Gundams to actually do something.
Yep. we did catch a glimpse of them last episode, but here we get to see that indeed there are quite a few, and they're actually starting to mobilize and actually put together some gear. Like, yeah, this is kind of it's good to finally see that there's more to the Federation than just like, oh, the white base and a couple of bases.
Yeah.
One of the things I did like is it's just of the minor things, kind of seeing the GMs here at the bottom there. You can see it's got this little platform for what would have been like the big construction equipment meant to move this military equipment. Meaning that's probably just like moved off of a warship, or it's getting ready to be moved to activation. But of course, this is all being spied by Char, who's familiar with spying on Federation equipment. We saw. I mean, he was the one who discovered the Gundam and the white base.
Yeah.
And oh god, you remember how great was that then? Where he's just like he flies through in his jetpack and just like zoops past everything.
God,
no one can get a shot off on him.
No, I know you see him from time to time, but I miss him. Again, it just takes one person to look around and see the red dude in binoculars with a bunch of other dark things behind him.
Oh, I need to look around and make sure he's not watching me. Yeah, I'm okay. He's not here. Wait a minute. He's right there. Yeah, let me blow me up real quick. Hey, he's right there.
Well, then you're screwed, dude.
If I stay quiet, he won't turn around. He won't notice me. He's busy watching something else.
Probably not. So just go with it.
Okay, so this is time for the ASMR part of the channel. As Char's busy watching with his little mole men at the GM factory, and then our orphans get tired and decide this big building looks like a good place to hide out at. So they go inside. All right, yeah, no, let me talk a bit more. And I guess they decide that this is a good enough place as any to go and use those bombs. So I'm wondering, I don't think they knew off the bat that those were there.
No,
the GM's not, but maybe it was intended to be for the Gundam for White Base. He was just going to try that again, and this seems like just as good a place as any.
Yeah, because this could actually lead to an advantage to them, because these Gundams could be useful in combat.
Yeah, I mean, Char even says that the Federation is finally starting to try to catch up with Zeon. They're gonna mass deploy mobile suits and try to fight Zaku for Zaku. This is the evolution of warfare we're seeing here. Before this, they used basically fighter jets and more traditional, modern, conventional armaments.
Yep.
But no, we get new stuff. And that seemed like a good place. I need to squeeze that in.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, this is I think this is a good episode so far. It's you're getting to see a lot of kind of that excitement, that espionage of them actually trying to do something more than just I'll get that Gundam this time.
Yes, I really enjoy the fact they don't do in a cartoony route where it's always something stupid and retarded differently every freaking week. It always feels the same way, with it all blowing up on his hands.
Like Team Rocket always trying to catch Pikachu.
Yes, and always flying off away.
Yeah. I mean,
every freaking time for the last... Has Pokemon been on for 30 years, I think?
Oh, we're getting on that. And don't worry, no. Char doesn't blast away. He just kind of hops away in his big red mech.
Yeah.
And wouldn't it's of all the luck, the one building the orphans run into happens to so be the GM factory.
Yeah.
Which
just the luck is just The luck these kids have to not die is fantastic.
There's a automotive industry joke in there about a GM factory.
Yep.
You know, they went past all the picketing union workers.
And straight the machines.
Mhm.
But yeah, very, very talkative. How? Oh no, we haven't got there yet. Let's go.
And I'm really surprised that like there's no security on any of this.
Whatsoever.
Considering this is
I
like,
know. I think they are at that point of narcissism where they think they are just so safe where they are, or they really are very short-staffed.
I mean, that could just as easily be likely. One of the things we did get in here, which I don't think I got any photos of, was the Amuro and the boys, Amuro, Kai, and Hayato were talking with Bright about getting a chance to go and be able and get a tour of this facility. So it was kind of funny that they were going to be
after
here
Bright
anyway.
passed through the right channels and got everything done.
Which I think would have been another interesting way to go. I mean, yeah, we needed to do something with the orphans, I guess. But imagine like having it the other way around. How great would that be? Where you have Amuro and Char like squaring off outside of the mechs.
Fist fight? Yeah, that would have
Yes.
been interesting.
Fist fight, gunfight.
I mean, I think Char would probably win because there's a chance he might actually have more experience.
He does have a little bit more experience. He's about 3 years older.
Yeah.
But you know
Not
who doesn't
gonna
stand a chance?
lie. The orphans.
Yeah, the orphans don't stand a chance.
Yeah, I gotta say, it was really enigmatic seeing how they have no problem leaving a bunch of kids tied up there next to the bomb. I mean, granted, I know they can't let anyone get out. They could have taken the kids, tied them up, and put them somewhere else.
Oh,
I mean,
they
they're
would have had me
just
discovered
kids.
at some. Oh, it's.
This probably would have been after the explosion.
You know what? This is. It's a matter of them like the Federation doesn't have their stuff together. They are just letting orphans run around from the perspective of these Xeons. Like, I mean, the Xeon guys like sorry, I got to do this, kids, but I mean, duty calls.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like when you find a baby seal and you're a fisherman of baby seals.
Yeah, and Snortapoop just shows up. It's like, oh, I hate to do it, but it's either you or me, little buddy.
Yep.
So meanwhile, Frau and Mirai are they're driving along and they are talking back and forth to one another. Not to worry, Jace. I mean, look, real life comes first, and I'm just glad to hear you got a place. Go enjoy yourself and have a happy new year, buddy. Yeah, I just want to address Jace's as he's unfortunately not here, and neither was Chris, but Chris is probably working.
It seems like it's just us tonight.
Yeah, that's fine. Like I gotta at some point I gotta learn to do this by myself without necessarily anyone, and that's easier said than done.
Yes, it is. Good to see that Sailor still feels connected to the kids to the point where she feels like she has to go there. It's a good touch in her personality.
Yeah, I mean,
I always confuse those two.
No, I don't blame you. They're both lighter. They both have lighter hair. They're not Mirai, who's just kind of there.
Yeah, doesn't get a lot. I mean, even her eyes are designed in a way that just says background character.
Yeah, she has the background eye.
Yeah.
And it's only like here that I noticed they actually gave her a little bit of white around the eyes.
Yeah.
Which was like, I have 1 second of protagonist eye.
Yeah, don't waste it all.
But meanwhile, the female officer is out looking for the orphans who ran away. and only for only for the other two to come across and was like, "Oh shit, I lost the orphans." You what?
It does make you think. Kind of a sloppy thing seeing from the Federation here.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the white base crew. Like, watch them for like 30 episodes.
You see, Jace knows where I'm coming with this. He also hates the damn kids.
Yeah, look, this Jace is like a high. Jace, no. I know the truth, Jace. You weren't here because it was an orphan episode. It's like,
I mean,
wait,
they
what do you
get
mean
close
you
to
lost the
dying,
orphans?
so I think would have been here.
You had the orphans for 5 minutes. You couldn't even like protect them or keep them distracted with an ice cream robot. It's like, well, yeah, but I mean, come on, you guys have the Gundam. I'm like, oh yeah, fair enough. We'll help you look. But meanwhile, the orphans are all tied up.
Yeah,
you know,
and
as
somehow
much of the
miraculously get out.
audience wishes they could have done all along.
Yeah. But don't be happy for too long, people. They managed to escape.
Yep, and they're left to watch ticking time bombs, quite literally.
Yep. Thanks to teeth.
Yes.
I guess the design does help.
Razor sharp baby teeth.
Seriously, what the hell is wrong with this game?
Fenner, this is how I imagine you were at the start of the show.
Is there mutants in this world? Is there mutants in this world?
And hey, again, credit to the orphans. They know what they have to do. I mean, they watched Amuro and the White Base crew deal with this before, back around like episode like 8, when the Gundam had all the bombs planted all over it. So yeah, at least there's the precedent where they were smart enough to realize, like, yeah, the fact that they decided like, we have to do this. Well, there's no adult for them to be able to refer to and say, you do it. No, it's a matter of, oh, there's no adult here. We have to be the brave ones. But I mean, we've seen these kids run around with a fire extinguisher and putting out fire. Like, I totally believe that these three would do this.
Yeah, but they still froze for a second. A second.
Oh, we gotta find the bombs.
Yep.
Which that face right there, it reminds me of My Hero Academia. Like,
exactly, I was the only one who's gonna see this.
Like, it looks like a face Deku would make.
Yeah, or any of the characters when they were in the moment of one of the moments of holy shit moments.
Oh no, Minta, the little purple grape one.
Mineta. Yeah, the little purple, the one with the purple balls.
Yes.
The purple sticky balls.
Yep. Jace's spirit animal.
Well, seeing the kind of messages he sends to us on Discord, I'm not surprising.
And one by one, they start going around and picking out bombs.
Yep.
Which, again,
putting it all on a car.
We saw them do all this before, where they had to go drive the bombs off the adults, the white base crew. It's like, they did this before. We can do this.
Oh.
And apparently, thankfully, the keys got left in the ignition, and they were able to figure out, okay, this is
again, what the hell is wrong with the Federation security? Who leaves the keys on the car?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think anyone was exactly expecting to see this happen. I mean, I've seen, forklifts just get the keys left in them, so it doesn't really surprise me that this is just effectively a people mover. Who would really think to take the keys? But that's right. We get the
with
badass like chase of them like running out with the bombs and hey, 70 Rocks fan, welcome. We're just like watching little orphan kids like save the day from a bunch of bombs.
Yeah. Somehow driving a goddamn car.
Yeah, and they just burst right through the door.
Yep.
this is where it gets crazy nuts. And they want, and it just so happens that hey, the white base boys,
Kai and the others, Kai, Amuro, and what's the name of the third one?
Hayato.
Yeah, Hayata. We're driving there.
By the way, break. I feel like we need to keep this up right now, just to remind people. Kai is still a shit,
but he is growing a bit. He is growing a little bit. Still a shit, but still growing.
So they've got to go. So the orphans were like happen to be in the right place at the right time there, 70s, where they like happen to be like captured by the bad guys, tied up by bombs, but then they got loose.
The orphan, the 70s rock fan he is right. Orphans kids have special powers. I mean, look at Superman, look at Batman, look at Goku, look. A lot of orphans are heroes in media.
Look at Naruto.
That is true.
Okay, I think you're onto something. Yeah, they actually got put at an orphanage in like this episode and then ran away. Like they got there at the orphanage and they said, no, we'd rather be on the top secret military base, that the big space horse that flies and has big robots coming out of its butt.
And gets constantly attacked almost every week.
By a guy in a red Nazi uniform?
I wouldn't call it a Nazi uniform. I'd say it's a stylish military uniform.
Okay, we'll be halfway. A stylish Nazi uniform.
Go on, give the guy more credit.
But because Amuro is our main character, he's going to be the one to save the day. He's going to make the jump over and take over the driving to drive the bus over to a safe place. Yeah. And then hey, I mean, Kai, okay, we got to give Kai credit here. He saves the kids. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Zachariah. My man, Mr. Shar Aznable.
Okay, seriously, Chris, do not start. Seriously, Chris, do not start this.
Look, Chris, I even agreed with it.
Yes, they are evil. Yes, they have no problem.
But look, can we agree that the Zeon uniforms are stylish? I mean, it's all loosely based on Hugo Boss.
Oh God, no! Don't! You'll just beat him even more.
So we get everyone pulled away with to let Amuro get to safety. Oh yeah. Let's let the Gundam pilot, the one who drives pilots the most important of our mechs, be the one to drive away.
Almost risk his life.
Yeah, and break his neck when he jumps out.
Yes.
As our little people mover winds up driving off a cliff that's just happens to be there. And we get a nice little explosion in these dark caves in the Brazilian rainforest caves.
Yeah, seriously, the designs for these places. Where did they get the idea for this? Because I don't think there's a lot of interior cavings in the Amazon. But hey, what do we know? It's the future.
Yeah, well, you know how it is. There's apparently this is the results of what happens with us not taking care of the rainforest. Oh no, we didn't plant enough trees. Now we have military bases.
After seeing a South Park episode, I can just say the rainforest can screw it.
But speaking about things getting screwed, Char's plan didn't go according to plan. So him and the boys have to get out of there. It's like, oh crap.
Yep. Under fire. Under fast
don't
heavy
worry.
fire.
Don't worry. We can't hit. The guy in the big bright red uniform is our target. You know, these guys is going to be totally safe.
A literal target is right there. All you have to do is point.
I dare say a bright red target. So they get back to their mobile suits, and you know they start getting some covering fire. The Federation only has a bunch of just basic tanks that they can fight with, which are doing fuck all to mobile suits.
Okay.
Oh, really?
That's all in me.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing to point out. I could kind of see
I can see that, specifically the way how they're drawn in the method of round drawing that they have. I can say that too.
Oh, that is probably a. Let me take care of that. That looks like a bot.
God, seriously, there's been a lot of those all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all over, and it's crazy.
Yeah, the bot invasion might be closer than we thought.
All right, let me. Oh, thank you, 70s. You the man. And you know, one of the things I like about the ACT guys is just kind of how ridiculous it kind of gets with the weapons. It's like forehead missiles and the arms, which again we kind of get more of that sort of teddy bear look with them. Oh,
I pressed the goddamn button by mistake. God damn it.
But one of the interesting little bits. Oh, geez. Mr. Momoa. My man. You doing all right there? You're muted, you know.
Okay, can we just ignore him and just block it out and just continue the conversation?
So,
all right.
One of the interesting little bits that kind of happens here, you wind up getting Sayla heading off to go look for the orphans alongside everyone else. And it just so happens to be noticed off in the distance by Char, where we get one of those little meetings that we haven't had in quite a while, where it's one of those little plot points that gets brought up. Where outright Char confronts her. It's like, you're my sister.
Yeah, asking for her leave for him.
Yeah, this is basically the no, Luke, I am your father moment. As he confronts her.
Well, one is the blonde there.
Hey, Chris.
Hello.
There we go. Yeah. So I couldn't really wait too much for you. You know how it is. The show has to go on sometimes.
No, I understand.
You got your camera on?
Oh, well, you know about that.
I see a zipper. Why am I seeing a zipper?
Okay, is he pointing to his pants? Is he gonna do something with his pants right now?
You know what, Fenrir? Shut up now. I'm serious. Shut up.
I'm really hoping I'm not about to see something there. That's not what we're here for.
I've had quite a day, so my bullshit meter is on the fritz. So shut up, seriously.
We've all had shitty days, dude.
You did not have to go through what I had to go through today in the cold. So shut up.
Jay says he hates, but he also loves Char. Char is like I think one of the best characters in the show.
Yeah, he is. I mean,
70 says it's so small to see. Don't worry about it.
Good one, 70s.
fuck you, 70s.
Yeah. So yeah, kind of catch up. We're getting to this. We're getting to the bit where Char encounters Sayla.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Luke, I am your father situation, right? He
Yeah,
asks her to join him.
Already, Sayla suspected that was her brother to begin with.
Yes, but I'm talking about the part where he asks her to join him, to leave with him.
Well, yeah. This time around, he's not. This time around, he's not just kind of awestruck at the sight of her. This is actually him. Like he's confronting her with information that she would have, that only she would know. It's like, of course, this is my brother. But even she's like dumbfounded. Like, I can't believe it. This can't be him. You're not the man who's my brother. That can't be.
I mean, she's acknowledging that it is her brother, but she's also saying that the person that she knew was a peaceful soul that would never fight a war, and especially would never go fight for the zombies. Who, spoiler alert for people, was more than likely the responsible for the death of their father.
Yeah. It's like, why are you working for the people who killed our father? And meanwhile, I just like this face here with Sayla.
What the heck was that?
Probably some feedback.
Is someone drinking something out of a straw?
No, I think it's just audio feedback from Chris, maybe?
Possibly. I'm driving, so. I just got off of work.
Okay. So, kind of move up a little bit. Mirai happens to catch sight of this Zeon officer, the Zeon soldier, and starts blasting before Char can do anything else, and runs off. Well, Mirai comes over and says, "Did you see him? Didn't you see him? The officer there, the Zeon soldier there?" To which she says, "No, I didn't see anything."
Yeah, she's plain stupid because she's protecting her brother.
Yeah, and so Sayla's like, "The fuck? He's wearing a bright red uniform,
and he was looking right at you."
I mean, part of Mirai is probably wondering what's going on. She may also be slightly suspicious, but she's going to believe her friend.
Well, I mean, in this shot, there's you get a little subtle expression change where she's looking at her with a bit of suspicion, a bit of we could say confusion of the moment, like, what?
Yeah, well, that's what I said, is that she is a little suspicious, but in the end, she's going to believe her friend, her comrade.
She's willing to give her the benefit of the doubt here.
Yes. I mean, Sayla has done nothing to make her question her loyalty.
Right. I mean, the only thing she's done to this point was steal the Gundam that one time.
Yeah.
But she's also fought countless times beside the others. So again, there's no real reason to question it. But
yeah.
Regardless, it still allows Char chance to escape, to retreat back to his Zagak, where he and the others begin to retreat. The mission was a failure, and the Gundam is surely going to be approaching, which of course it is.
All because of those dang blasted kids.
Those meddling kids.
Yes, weirdly. God damn, they should have had a dog on this one.
Unfortunately, Haro wasn't around.
Yeah, I was like, Haro would have been their dog.
Haro is the dog that Amuro built.
Yep. And you get to see the act guys act in a more of a gorilla in a more of a monkey like fashion with the way they're moving. Just dipping into the ceiling.
They have like these telescopic arms
and retractable claws.
Yes.
Which those little retractable claws, they don't shoot anything out of them, or is that literally just?
There's various.
So I know the center fires lasers, but I couldn't remember if it's ever been drawn that way anywhere else.
So, to my knowledge, there are various components that they can swap the claws out for. So some have missile launchers in them. Some have both. Some have just claws on both sides. Some have cannons or something like that. So there are varieties.
I heard Joe. He's apparently decided to ship me and Jason Momoa.
Yeah, what the fuck? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is so good. I'm gonna burn up and jerk off after this, yeah.
Why does Jay sound like Beavis and Butthead?
I don't know.
Well, if you see his messages, I mean,
yeah. Rub my back hair. Oh yeah.
he sounds like Butthead when he's in his room with his lights off.
Oh yeah, Jason Momoa, touch my back hair. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, Ironcaster. Okay, turn it off.
So the Gundam is not going to want to let any of them get away, obviously. And oh God, I was glad I got this. Like literally the last possible frame of it. It was perfect as he's splits it into. He split that mobile suit in twain.
Yep, the pilot's dead.
He cleaved the mobile suit.
And he even chopped Char.
Yep. We'll have to get out of there like a bitch.
I mean, hey, at the same time,
you know what you need to do now, Ironcaster.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Char needs to get out of there.
What up?
Hey, welcome back.
Back. Dude, I haven't been here from them.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So Amaral's too blinded by trying to get Char that he doesn't realize that, hey, Char aims at the ceiling and causes some rocks to crash and create a bit of a smoke screen for him.
That's definitely Char. He's basically now a mustache twirling villain of the week.
Yep. I'll get you next time.
I'll get you next time, Gundam.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I gotta get moving. So can I get my score?
Oh yeah.
All right. This episode, This episode, I'm giving it out a score of 8.5. It was good. The animation was good. The character behaviors were good. For once, the orphans were actually useful and not a pain in the ass that I really wish they probably got taken off. But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed the espionage. Yeah, I do. I do want them gone. They are very annoying to me. But yeah, it was a good episode. 8.5.
Grow up.
Fenrir, they're bomb disposal orphans.
Still, I am suggesting the most grown-up thing: not keep orphans close to war, specifically that young.
Come on, there's no orphans.
Fenrir, coming from you about being grown-up things, that's laughable. That's ironic.
Dude, I may do jokes, but even I know what responsibility is.
All right. Well, get some rest.
Taking a moral high ground is not your place, buddy.
Get
Yeah,
some rest,
all right, then.
Fenrir. Is there
Okay.
anything you wanted to promote? Anything you got coming up?
Nope, I got nothing. Peace to you all, and to all a good life. Okay, now how do I get the hell out of here?
There you go. I'll help you out a little bit, Fenrir. Use the orphans for bomb disposal and toxic waste cleanup. I mean, yeah, we kind of do that. Do use them for? We use them in this episode for bomb disposal.
But hey, it's good to see you again, Ironcaster. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. It's Tuesday.
Good.
We got a little bit more. We got some more Gundam in this week.
Yeah.
It's a new
Yeah.
year.
This is a pretty good episode. I do
It's
like how the orphans did have a part to play, then instead of just being a back.
It's
being
enjoyable,
background
but I
characters.
still hate the kids. But it's not a bad episode, as I've said earlier.
I mean, it's just showing that these kids, they are a part of the ship. They're not. They are members of the crew. They're a part of this family. They cannot be taken off because they
we've seen
serve a
them run
purpose
around
too.
with fire extinguishers and like putting stuff out and actually helping out.
They clean. They help with distributing rations. They help with cooking and all that stuff.
They
So,
dispose
they're
of
not
the bombs.
in the way. Yeah, they're not in the way. They actually serve a purpose. Whereas in other shows, the kids are in the way. They're a nuisance. They're an annoyance. These kids actually serve a purpose. They're part of the crew.
And for that, everyone a lot of the crew go to bat for them, and it's finally decided that indeed, yes, they'll make it happen, and they'll get to keep the orphans.
And to go back to what Fenrir said, where he said, "Oh, well, they need to be off the ship because they need to be someplace safe." Well, we just saw a place where they were supposed to be safe, and what happened?
It wasn't any good.
They're probably safer on the white base with ace pilots protecting them than they are in a military underground secret base, which was almost blown up until they helped save the mobile suit factory.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So with that, we finally move in. No 70s. It was apparently buy two get one free because we have three of them. So with
and
that,
I mean, it would also be a little bit of an emotional toll on the crew, on the older crew too, because they're used to having the kids around. To not have that little reminder of what they're fighting for there all the time probably would take a negative toll on them.
So I kind of hearken them to being basically the ship mascots in a way, and I think that's kind of what they are here. They do represent that morality, that hope on the ship, and I think it's it's not a smart idea to have them in on a military base like this, but hey, beggars can't be choosers, and this is the hand they're dealt.
And this is also an anime.
Yeah, that too.
Yep, that's true. No, but I just wanted to pop in and say hello, and it's good to see you guys. And I'm gonna start working with moving, so that's why I don't have so much time.
So are you gonna be kind of pretty AFK lately for a little while?
I'm gonna try to still gonna stream on our channel at least. Especially these days, these few days now, some family members are actually coming over to help me and fix some stuff before moving, and then the house lord is gonna come here on Friday, and we're gonna talk and plan things out, and then we will see. But at least I'm gonna get the new apartment, so that's what I've been working on all day, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. We're cleaning and packing and and stuff like that.
and kind of looking around, thinking about what's worth bringing with you and what's not.
Everything that's
You
mine.
still will be there for when my package shows up for you, right?
I really hope so.
I mean, hopefully it'll be there within this week or so.
Yeah, I hope so.
Does your guys' postal service forward stuff to new addresses?
No,
They don't?
it really sucks sometimes.
Oh god, that's just what I needed to have all that lost.
Hang on, let's wrap this up. Let's kind of get the episode wrapped up just so we can.
But yeah, I'm gonna say it's an enjoyable episode. I still don't like the kids, but you enjoy them more in this episode. They have a point to be there now. They have a reason to be there. Still pretty annoying, but I like them. It's a really good episode. So
They also come out. Go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna give the episode 6 out of 10.
You also get to see them be important in the very last episode too.
Yep. So they're
They
not
get
totally.
they get to save Amro in the very end.
Yep. That's down the road. But
Yeah.
I mean, before then, we still have so much stuff. Like after next week, we go back to space.
Yes.
Chris, what did you think? Or I mean, it seems to me that Shar was going in not necessarily, and you'll forgive me, I might have missed it in the episode. Was Shar going in to intentionally destroy the GMs, or was it just more so a general sabotage mission? Do you know?
To me, it seemed like it was a recon and sabotage mission. So any way to gum up the production of Federation mobile suits would help the Xeon cause, because Xeon, they're losing the battle on Earth. They know that they're losing the battle on Earth, so they're turning to, well, now we need to get back into space and get things ready up there.
Okay.
Because all that's at this time right now, all that's left of the Xeon forces is probably what's little left in Africa, the California base in North America, because they're losing ground in North America, and also what we'll see in the show, what we see in the 8th MS team, what ground they're losing in Asia, which is pushed back all the way to Southeast Asia.
Because the way I kind of got, I was kind of reading off of this episode, was it seems more like Shar is doing his usual, I'll get the Gundam sort of spiel he was doing for a while there, and it was just kind of more of a holy crap, there's like five Gundams here, I'm gonna blow those up instead.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the way that I took it is that they're there to spy and see what is going on. What's the Federation hiding? And they're like, oh dear God, there's all these mobile suits here. Well, luckily we brought these explosives with us so that we can kind of hurt the Federation's war effort a little bit, because Shar knows that Xeon is starting to lose the war. He sees it, because as soon as those mobile suits come out, the only reason why Xeon fought for these next couple months, because this is like the later half of November of 0079. So
there's only
this
about
a month and a half left. There's a month and a half left, and the only reason why Xeon was able to hold out that long was because they had the better mobile suit pilots. These are mass-produced mobile suits that are actually superior to the Zaku, but they just rush pilots.
IRC life. Yeah, this is basically what a lot of the war is, just a bunch of grumpy men sitting around at a table as they designate
so
that
this
the
is
white base is. They think that the Xeon seems to care too much about it. I mean, you have Sharp effectively.
they do though. They do.
Char basically that's been what he's done for a good chunk of the war. In most cases where he's been seen is around this, meaning that Xeon must see it as a high value target. It is now going to be a distraction with the Tiananmen Square group, or the
oh god, now I can't remember the admiral's name. The
Tiananmen Fleet.
Tiananmen Fleet, yes.
Also, because I just like saying the word.
It's named after the admiral, Admiral Tiananmen. That's the leader of the fleet that will be launching, and so the White Base will be serving as the 13th Autonomous Corps. So it means that it's going to be on its own missions, but it's going to be designated as part of the fleet. But it's going to be off on its own, doing its own thing, which is to divert Xeon resources, which it does successfully.
Yep. But that would be telling that's getting a little ahead of ourselves, Chris.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Sorry, I got to kind of remind you that, hey, let's not jump ahead too much here. I mean, look, I know it's called the 1 Year War, and it's largely over this year. It's starting to draw to a close in the grand scheme of the year. It's at this point December, roughly.
This is probably at the late November, early December.
So we could say Happy Thanksgiving,
basically, and also Happy Birthday to Amuro, because his birthday was at some point in these past couple episodes.
Oh, really? So he's him what, 17 now?
16.
Okay. All right. So did you give a score?
I did not. I would give this episode 7 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10, somewhere in that area.
Okay. Was there something you thought could have been done better?
I mean, I've already said that this episode and the previous episode worked better as the re-edited in the movie, as it is re-edited in the Gundam trilogy. So what they did with this is that they took these events and they put them before the main battle. So when you hear that commander at the very beginning of the episode who's handing out the ranks, when you hear him say, "Oh, it must be another drill," that was the beginning of the Xeon attack on Jaburo. And so Ketz, Letz, and Kika are all doing their runaround. Char infiltrates the base and tries to blow up the gyms. And then the rest of the battle that takes place where Amuro and Char first meet again, that all happens within that one battle. There's no two separate events.
Okay, so I can see why you think it was done better with the movie. It just flows better timeline wise. And
yes,
real quick, I just want to say hello back to you, Brightest Day.
Hey, Brightest Day.
Excited to see you started on the Horus Heresy on Booked.
But I like the episode for the most part as it is. I like that the kids actually have their own little storyline. They're more than just side characters. It shows that they are important and essential to the crew, despite what everyone thinks of them. I also like the little spy sabotage attempt by the Xeons. It's all pretty fun.
All right.
Actually, I think I may just bump it up to an 8 out of 10.
As for myself, I do like seeing the orphans do something. I kind of have a bit of an issue with the fact that, like, it's like taking this long for the orphans to actually get some form of like character development in terms of them sort of being more than just being, kind of the snotty kids that are around.
Well, I mean,
But
are they really snobby kids? I mean, they're every time that we see them, they are normally helping.
Well, you know what I mean. They're around just being kids. And yeah, to their credit, they do help out a lot. But I mean, to actually see like some human emotion from them, where the one cries, like Kika cries, like you expect kids to cry sometimes, and actually, be a bit human.
Well, I mean, also they're just they're being reminded at that moment of their family that they lost, the families that they lost. This is something that they haven't been thinking of since they left. This is probably something they haven't had thought about much since they left Site 7. They're always running around the white base doing something to keep their minds occupied and helping the crew.
Kids are not human. Yeah, I largely agree. They're like,
and especially because Frau Bo has basically become a surrogate big sister / mother to them.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're about to lose. They think that, I mean, they're at the beginning of the episode, they're about to lose her too.
What? Yeah. So, I think I'm probably at about I'm probably around a similar, about a 7.5. I'll give it a 7.5. I like seeing that the kids actually got a little bit of their own development here. They actually, did something to help save the day. No, I get you 70s. So it was great to see that from them.
Oh, I was muted. I was muted the whole goddamn time, and I was fucking talking. Oh my god! I thought you guys ignored me.
I'm sorry. Did you hear something, Chris?
Oh my fucking god! No, I said that I'm gonna go up a step, and I'm gonna give it 7 out of 10.
Okay.
I did enjoy it more than I thought I would, even though I don't like the kids.
That's kind of one of the things I like about kind of doing this little bit here is kind of stopping to kind of go back and forth a little bit with the score, just kind of think over it.
Yeah, and you missed my goddamn joke. Goddamn, I was muted.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Yeah, but it's fine. I know. It kind of.
I'll make up for it.
No, I'm gonna say this, that everyone knows that I don't like kids normally, in real life or in movies normally.
You absolutely despise them.
Yeah, mostly. But in this episode, I kind of cared more about them than I thought I would, and they're still annoying and look terrible drawn. Like, I don't like their animation or how they're drawn, but you care for them in this episode. You have fun with them. It's kind of a character development, if that's a way to say it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it turns out putting children in mortal peril can actually make you care about them a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, Gundam is good at that. I'm gonna say they're doing a great job with that. And that's what I've been saying since I started watching it with you guys, is that the character developments and a lot of things in this anime it's really unique. It's like, it's so different than other animes, because in most animes, a lot of the characters stays the same and there's like not much changing, you know what I mean?
Right.
But in Gundam, they have this beautiful, I don't know what they're doing, like they have this technique to like show character development and just the passion with the characters and the love between them, the hate between them, and everything. I think that is so great with this show, even with the kids. If you know what I mean. It's yeah.
And I mean, that's and one of the other things you get to kind of realizing is like, this is kind of like, and it's not just like, one or two characters sort of getting this sort of development. You're seeing this kind of all across the board, where almost every one of these major recurring characters has some form of emotional journey like that for themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, I rag on Amuro for going back and forth on it for like a quarter of the series, but it is still nonetheless good to see him kind of how much he's changed since the start of the show, where he was this kid who like couldn't even like remember to put pants on in the morning.
Yeah, it's like I don't know so much about Gundam like you and Chris, but to be honest, I would actually love to see the kids grow up and be in other shows, like see them grow up.
You do see them in the sequel show Zeta Gundam.
Yeah, so luckily there'll be some more of them, and there'll be other orphans you can experience.
Other orphans.
Yes,
that sounded so weird. That sounded weird, man. Other orphans you can experience.
Oh, geez, that actually did sound bad.
Oh no.
Yeah, that sounded bad.
But no, in Zeta Gundam in Zeta Gundam they do have another 2 orphans join the new crew of the Argama.
Wow.
Wow.
It sounds like that actor,
Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
It is Owen Wilson.
It is his voice.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I went through like a 10-minute like compilation of like a bunch of Owen Wilson's wows, and I'm like, what's the best one to do for this? And he's like, wait, this is a little quiet one. It's like, wow.
Yeah. And before we end the show, I also have some other good news.
Oh?
People have approached me to make intros and videos in Norway too now.
Ooh, dude, that is great. Good, congratulations.
Thank you. So it's stepping up. So soon I need to get paid for it. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Oh, I wish I had some more of that stuff from you, because I know there was one you even made for me.
Yeah, I've done a lot of things for you, and I'm excited to make more. When you do other shows and stuff, I'm happy to make more. Ooh. With the lightsaber too. You remember?
I like that.
Yeah, the lightsaber and everything.
So yeah, this was our first show for the year. I think it's kind of a good place to wrap things up. You guys have any big plans this year? Any other little things coming up you're thinking about?
Oh, Chris is muted. What did you say?
Oh, I was asking about any projects coming up, anything you guys have coming up?
Well, I'm gonna move, as you all know. Yep. But we are gonna have 2 Beyond shows now. We have talked about Mondays and still keep the Thursdays, so we have like those days to do the Beyond show because there's so many topics to talk about. And
I was gonna say, like, it's like there are some weeks where it seems like you have to basically have 2 shows.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh.
What happened? Hello?
Sorry, some weird feedback coming from my phone.
Yeah.
But no, and we also, we are gonna start with the movie reviews, the new certain point of view show, where we talk about movies, shows, anime, and I've talked with Claw, and he really want to come back. He's still trying to get a new job, but he's been streaming a little bit on Twitch when he can and has time. So I've been trying to help him out with that, to share it and
trying a little Twitch out.
Yeah, you should, man. It is a great platform when it just comes to gaming. Or hot tub streams, like I think you would have done really nicely with a crop top. But either way, No,
you.
and me, Chris, and I also talked with Claw, is that we want to bring back game discussions because we only made one episode of that, and unfortunately, the episode is gone because the account doesn't have videos anymore and has a new name and everything.
That was that episode that we did when we talked about Blizzard, correct?
Yeah,
Okay. When
yeah,
it was all starting to rile up.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, I think that was about the time where I jumped in and did a little stream
yeah,
with you guys.
yeah. But we are gonna try to make that a comeback for that. I know that Claw really want to do a Spider-Man PS4 review game of the game and
It is a fun
talk with
game.
me. Yeah, he wants you on, me on, and Ironcaster. I said that you're still with us, and he loves you. Claw loves you. I think you are one of his favorite YouTubers.
Ooh, Jason Momoa better be prepared. Someone's trying to get on his territory.
But yeah, so he really wanted you on that too if you played the game.
Yeah, I played a little bit of Spider-Man. I could sit and talk for a little bit. I need to finish it.
I need
Yeah,
to go
'cause
back and replay it because there's
I have already started replaying it. It's amazing.
So, as for myself, I just ordered and I'm waiting on it to come in. But I got the role. I got the play. I got the book the rule book coming in for the Power Rangers role playing game. And so when that comes in, I'm gonna go.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, that's a thing that's coming.
No.
Yes, like I have it ordered.
some
Which one?
people are desperate for.
Which Power Ranger is it? Originals?
Yeah, it's based on it's probably gonna be what I'm hoping is it's gonna be based on the idea of Power Rangers getting the idea that you could basically tell your own story, but I think it's gonna draw heavily from the Mighty Morphin era.
Oh yeah.
So we'll
That
see what
sounds amazing. That sounds amazing.
they've also got a G.I. Joe and a Transformers coming out
Mm.
that are all like part of the same system. And I
Yeah.
have all those other books ordered as well.
That is so cool, man.
So we'll see what
That
that's
is
like when that comes in.
amazing.
So hopefully here in about a month or so, I should hear a word about that for my local game shop. And in the meantime, I'll probably be doing a few more paint streams here and there with T-Shirt Historian. I've got the comic shop talk on Friday on Nick Weiser's.
Yeah.
And the Weekend Geek on T-shirts.
Yeah. I just want to say one thing.
Oh, go ahead.
One last thing before we end. Norway is the cinema people in Norway are so stupid that they delayed the movie once again. As I said it would happen. That I said it would happen. You know, I have my sources and I trust my sources. I said this was going to happen. It did. So people have to wait even more for the movie now. So since we love Marvel and topics, I just want to say that Norway, get your shit together and be amazing as Ironcaster, who knows what he's doing for his fans and his family and his friends. Yep.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna go to. Dude, I am so sorry to hear about that. You guys, you gotta wait longer on that.
It is what it is, but they're not like us, you know.
It'll be out on DVD before it comes out there, apparently.
Yeah.
DVD and Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm.
And to everyone who hasn't watched Cobra Kai, go and effing watch it.
Shut up.
It's amazing. I saw the new season. It has some woke moments, but you can just see through them because they're basically dissing those things. But the show overall, amazing. Really amazing.
There is something that we need to react to. This is something I've been trying to get Ironcast to react to for a while, but we always miss it.
The teaser for Gundam thing?
Yeah.
You see, I remember.
Yeah, this is Gundam related, so we'll do this and then we'll head on out. So
yeah.
So this is the trailer. This is the official trailer to the Gundam, the Mobile Suit Gundam Kakuru's Dwan's Island movie that's coming out.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even know this got a trailer yet.
Yeah, it came out. It came out a couple weeks ago. I tried to show it to you, but you haven't responded to me about it.
I'm sorry about that. I didn't know.
Yeah. So this is from Twitter. This is from. Oh dear Lord.
I know your dog's upset about it too. I'm sorry.
Yes, you should be ashamed. You upset my dog about it. Okay, so here we are.
あれから40年
So this is kind of cool because it's showing another
Oh.
Pegasus class ship, another couple of Pegasus class
And this
ships.
is just for entertainment.
This is purely entertainment. We are not owners of this video, and we do not.
I like
We
the
just
C-
want to see
so
it for
far,
fun.
Yeah, so far I like the CG of the CG design of the ships. They're kind of say update it to bring back the white base with modern.
This may be the white base. I don't know though.
Very similar, if not.
It's either a similar class to the white base, the Pegasus class, or it is the white base. And there's the same thing with this ship right here, which very much looks Pegasus class like too. There are numerous Pegasus class vessels, so we may be seeing a couple of them right now. Some of the alternatives.
あの白いモビルスーツとアムロの物語がスクリーンに帰ってくる
And here we are. We're seeing Amuro again in the Gundam.
I like that bit with the helmet visor actually comes down. That was.
Oh.
And then also we see the foot of the Gundam as it's getting out of the gun parry.
Look at that. That is amazing. That's like porn to my eyes.
That is so.
Ooh.
Yeah, stomp on me.
Yeah. Just step on me. Step.
All right.
So we now we know that Ironcaster loves mecha.
BDSM.
Mecha.
He's got a mecha foot fetish.
Oh, just one big stompy robot. Is that so much to ask for?
And this.
Oh my fucking! Look at that! Look at that animation. That is fucking great.
That's mecha porn right there. That's
and
all
this
I
it
That's
also
fucking
acknowledges that the Gundam is the second model. You have RX 7802, 102.
Ooh.
So there was a 101 at one point in time on the white base. Supposed to be anyways. So those Gundam modules that they mentioned in the second episode,
This
that
was a
Amuro has
movie,
to,
like a full-length movie.
This is going to be a full-length movie. So there you have the gun parry right back behind there. Yeah, the Gundam. Something interesting I'm noticing is that look at the shield. It's upside down.
Yes, that's a good point. It's well, regardless, Amuro is just going to throw it away anyway. So
yes,
he's gonna use it for a little bit and just throw it away.
Yeah, and then we're gonna stack another shield on top of it.
So, I mean, you have just
Ooh.
Just look at it.
It's got to get its squats in for the day.
Yep.
Ironcaster, let's just think about that in your intro in the start. It just goes like "Dung" and Ironcat. Your show. You have the name of your show just pop up when it goes up.
Yeah, I'll have to get this video later. We might have to play around a bit.
And just look at that.
Ooh.
Oh.
The
And
shield
then
is
you
still
can
up.
I can even see with all that kind of negative space there at the top for the sky.
Your
Gundam Roundtable.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
But I mean, they
I
also
think we gotta work on something here.
Yeah, we have to.
there's the shield that's upside down again. Like I said, something interesting. I don't know how I feel about them flipping the shield upside down.
It seems like a pretty no-brainer sort of thing.
I can understand the why they did it, because if the Gundam is holding the shield up to protect its front, it's just think of how you're gonna hold the shield up to you. You're gonna have your fist up close to your face, so that yeah. So I mean, I can understand the concept behind it. But it's just like the shield has always been the top, the slit.
But it's just gonna throw it away.
Look,
it's just gonna throw it away.
That's how you wield a shield like a gangsta. All right. You
I
put a
don't want
baseball
him
cap
to. I
on
don't want. I don't
sideways,
want
and you
him.
hold your shield
I
upside
don't
down.
want him to.
What
I
up?
don't
What
want
up?
him
I'm
to.
in. I'm in my
And
Gundam.
also, you see that they added thrusters onto the Gundam
Yeah.
too, which the Gundam didn't really have before. They're not thrusters this size, anyways. There's
No, but
also
it
like
looks
little
bad. It does
thrusters
look
on
bad.
the shoulder pads too.
Perfect
I like
for
it.
maneuvering and correcting yourself in space.
Yeah, retro rockets.
Yeah.
So.
Is there any
God
more?
damn, I just love the design
機
here,
動
man.
戦士
Oh, there's the Gundam
Gundam.
parry.
And they added a ball turret on the gun parry too.
Oh, nice. That is interesting, dude.
So.
Makes sense for
クル
the
スとあの
placement.
Huh?
Makes sense for the placement.
Yeah.
Is the,
It
but
would
but
be
is
interesting if they had another one on the back end too.
but is it like confirmed when it's gonna come out in 2022 or?
Sure, I have no clue yet.
Yeah, we'll hear about it later.
I wish I could read all that, but
So let's see here. And so it's based off of this manga.
Jeez.
Oh, I like that. I like that the black suit
So-
there.
Yeah,
So
it
the-
looks
The
cool.
black Gundam down a bit.
I think
Oh, it's
this
just
is
it's just darkened from the silhouette.
it. Maybe I know that like the RX 78-1 is a gray model. It has a gray look to it. So, but we got the Gundam Throne, the Zaku. But yeah, so I mean, there is an entire manga to this, which okay, so this manga that they're basing it off of is from the Origin alternative universe.
Good to know. Yeah, this is something to look forward to this year, and I'm looking forward to talking about it
Yeah, definitely.
with you guys.
So, trying to think. Let's see here. What does Twitter say? So because this is from a Twitter account. The movie MobilesuitGundam, The Island of Kakuru's Duan, released in early summer of 2022. So early summer of 2022.
Okay.
40 years after the movie, the MobilesuitGundam 3. Okay, I'm not even going to make an attempt to say this because this is Japanese. The story of the RX 78-2 Gundam and Armor returns to the screen. So it's going to be released in theaters in Japan.
I hope if they ever do a dub, they need to get the same actors back, dude. Or a lot of them.
So chances are it would probably wind up going to Netflix if it does.
So
It might.
when
Well, because
Ironcaster, when you said that you want a remodel of the white base, so this is from the Origin TV series that came out that was about the background of Char and Sayla and everything.
Oh.
So
oh yeah.
and so
yeah,
it looks
really good.
now.
It looks really good.
So it looks like they may be continuing with the Origin timeline. So for people that don't know, the Origin timeline is a retelling of the original Gundam story. It's not exactly, but it's a retelling by people that were close to Tomino.
Either way, it seems like that's kind of what they're going with going forward.
Yeah,
But at this point, it's in the grand scheme of things, it's really just kind of some minor things here where you've gone on a bit about the G armor, the core booster.
yeah.
But I mean, by and large, a lot of the major plot events are majorly very similar. But
The major plot, it's the details change through various forms between the TV series, the movie trilogy, and also Gundam
The
Origins,
manga
mangas, and everything. But the main notes are all key.
Yeah.
The one thing that about the Origins, though, is that it alters the origin of the UC timeline, because whereas the Origins shows that the whole 1 year war started because Zeon wanted independence.
the original UC timeline, Zeon declared war against the Federation, saying that they wanted independence, but it was all a ruse because Zeon wants to conquer the world.
So, guys, thank you so much for. I got a call here. I gotta take care of.
But no, wait, there's more.
No, but hey, I just want to say to Ironcaster, it was a good show. I enjoyed watching it while I was doing things here, and keep it up. And I know it's gonna soon be the end of this Gundam series, and that's gonna be really sad. And I hope that you will go back to do some more Gundam with other Gundam shows. I know that we have started watching Gundam Wing, and we are gonna get back to that this year.
Yes.
And I really want to talk about Gundam Wing because that's one of the Gundam shows that I really like. That
I was actually talking with Gundam Wing with Fenrir a little bit before the show, but guys,
other than that,
so much fun.
See everybody later. And remember, life's too short. Remember, life's too short. Make the most of it, and we love you. Don't forget that.
All right, let's get out of here.
Remember to buy a crop top for Ironcaster 2022.